Hey, what's going on, YouTube? My name's Evil. Welcome back to the channel, and this is actually going to be a new series I started called Storytime. Well, I'll have many stories, but this one's going to be my first graffiti story, because yeah, I do some, well, I used to do graffiti illegally, so I thought maybe it'd be a cool idea to share some of those stories on the internet, since, you know, one of my favorite things is just to sit back and listen about stories of people being complete idiots. And this is the story of how, the first time I was being a complete fucking idiot. The first time I ever hit a wall. Now, give you a little bit of a backstory. I had already started doing graffiti. It's been like a month or two at this point. Nowhere's close to even spray painting a wall level of good. Just no. Just no. And I knew that. And, I made the worst decision. Me and my friend, and now you'll hear about this guy and plenty of other stories, but my friend, his name is Damien. I'm just gonna call him Damien, because I know the dude wouldn't have any problem with it. Me and my homie, we always would hang out every weekend, and this weekend I had bought spray paint. Like, I had bought spray paint during the weekend. I hadn't touched it. I was just staring at it like, I can do so much with this. And it was the stupidest shit. Like, I was just thinking, yo, I'm gonna do this big 3D on this, and I'm gonna maybe I'm gonna tag the police station, because the police station was just this big fucking brick building with no cameras. It would have been really easy to hit, but later on in the story you'll know why I never would have fucking hit it. No, especially not my first fucking time. So my friend Damien, I'm talking to him right before school ends. I'm like, yo, you gotta come over. I got some fucking weed. I got a can of spray paint. We're gonna fucking do some shit. And instantly my friend's down. Like, he's like, the spray paint thing originally, like, it's not his thing. I was the only one that got into graffiti. Like, none of my friends did. I was the only one that did. I tried getting my friends into it, but it didn't work. But he came over. He definitely enjoyed the fucking weed. But we had this disgusting fucking 2-liter Pepsi fucking... Oh, it's disgusting. I'm pretty sure, like, the downstem was made from a pen. And I think the bowl was tinfoil. Don't smoke tinfoil. Don't smoke cans. Don't smoke tinfoil. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you don't want your lungs. Just don't. But, we fucking took... I had, like, 2 grams. And my mom and dad actually were gone at this point because they were shopping. It was right after school, and I came home because I had to walk home. I remember this, actually. I had to walk home because they were out shopping, and the van was the only car that was like working. And I don't remember why my dad had to go, because he never fucking went, but he had to go this time. I think it was maybe to see my uncle or some shit. I don't remember. But fucking, I had to walk back, and this was one of the only times my friend Damien was actually able to, like, come straight from my house after school, like, to my house without having to go to his house first. Like, we had it all prearranged and shit, because his parents knew me at this point. They knew Damien was the bad influence, but they didn't know I was also the bad influence. They had a idea, though. But, we're walking back, and we're thinking of all these spots we can hit. He's sitting there talking about, like, all these spots downtown that, like, you don't even have to be a graffiti artist to know this is not a good idea. You just have to think of where the cameras are. They weren't good spots. Well, one of them was, but I just didn't have the balls for it because it was right next to a Tim Hortons. Shout out to Tim Hortons. Fucking great ice caps. But, great for the pasties. But I digress. We go home, blow through 2 grams. Easy. And because I knew I was getting more later that day, so I didn't really care about saving it. Which I didn't wind up getting more. I wound up getting it the next day, which was a letdown. But, me and my friend are sitting there, and my mom and dad are finally back at this point. So I kind of had to cut back the weed smoking. Just like, my mom knew I smoked weed, my dad did know I smoked weed. They just didn't really want the smell that bad, so I had to cut back. So I'm already stoned out of my tree, mind you, because I hadn't been smoking for like more than 2 months at this point. I'm getting fucking fried. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, now is the time. We gotta go. It's nightfall. We gotta go. It was like, it was close to the end of summer, or like close to the start of summer, end of the school year. So it was like 9 before it even got dark. So I was anticipating this for a while, like the anxiety, the nerves, all this. So I was anticipating it for a while. I don't really know about him. He was just sitting there playing Black Ops 2, getting stoned as fuck, which I was too. But I was more anticipating going out and doing this. This was my first time hitting the spot, and I'd been watching graffiti for months. I had actually started practicing it like a month or two before. I was so ready to fucking disappoint myself, but I didn't know that. I made a huge Mission Impossible out of it. So I lived right across the street from this park, and you had a walkway up this park, up this hill, and it led into this field. And behind that field was another neighborhood and some forest. But there's like 2 dirt bike tracks going, like, literally, here's the dirt bike tracks. One going this way, one going this way, and here's the fucking playground. Like, just in the middle. Here's them. There. It's just, I'm surprised I actually didn't witness a kid get fucking hit by a 4-wheeler or a dirt bike. But I was walking along there, and we're sneaking along, like, just full on, like, and just like fucking listening to every little fucking noise. It was so stupid. Like, we thought somebody from 10 feet away, inside their house, would hear a tss, tss, tss. No. But I was so, like, fucking anxious. My friend was sitting there just fucking giggling to himself. Still high as hell. I was too, but I was so fucking anxious at this point. And we get up to the last house before this box that we were talking about hitting. That was, like, it was at the end of my road. I didn't really explain where we were hitting, but it was just this little box thing at the end of my road. It wasn't anywhere as close to as good as the spots I was talking about earlier. It was literally just this. It had 2 steel doors, and it was made out of these brick, like like the school brick, the prison brick, the juvie brick. I don't know, like not regular brick. That weird fucking big white shit. It's like cement blocks or something, cinder blocks. I don't fucking know. But it was made of that, and nobody ever went in there. It was literally owned by Nova Scotia Power. It was like, it was perfect. Nobody ever went and checked on it. And what did we do? We spray painted the back of it, facing the trail, because I don't really know. I think it was more we just didn't, like, right across the street from it was a street light, but it was also where the dirt road at the end of my road started, so there was only one house that really could have caught us. And it was 9 o'clock at night, so I don't think they're staring at their windows looking for a graffiti artist. Like, just, you spray painting? You spray painting? There ain't no spray painting. Okay. Holy shit, I think I heard. No, there was none of that. Like, it was a tiny town. The only graffiti that was in that town was like 4 years old and fucking worn off the back of school. Shitty weed leaf. But that's actually one of the things that inspired me to do this, was there's very little graffiti in this town. I wanted to be the guy. And I fucking walk up behind it. I got my friend fucking searching. He's sitting there, like, he's literally sitting there. He's doing the, dude, stop. I think I hear something. And, like, never, every single time he said that, and I think it was just the high. It wasn't him, or maybe we were both anxious, and he just was really good at not leading on. But it was like the wind or something. The one time he actually did hear something, it was a fucking deer. So thank fuck that he heard that, because that would have been a person. I probably would have been in a lot worse place a lot sooner. But needless to say, we wound up hitting this. And as I'm hitting it, I did the stupidest thing. Instead of I was right up next to the wall. Nobody in my neighborhood could see me, because there was a slight blind spot where it opened up and you could literally look straight down my street. Straight down. And anybody could just look straight up. And literally my next door neighbor, and I lived in a duplex, my next door neighbor is outside, and fucking all I see is her with her cigarette, and I knew she was looking at me because the lit cigarette was pointed in my direction. Normally she's facing the other way, and I know this because she's my neighbor, but the lit cigarette's looking directly in our direction. And my head, instead of staying up against the wall, waiting a little bit and going off, I'm sitting there going, done one letter, not even 3D, just a tag, just like my name was Bear back then, so I just did this shitty fucking beat, barely knowing how to pressure control, none of that, just like fucked. And I'm like, and I look back, and me and her lock fucking eyes, and I was shitting my pants. I was like, Damien, get down. And first thing he does is just drops to the floor, and like not missing a fucking beat, dude drops. Because we had a couple cars pass, but when you went up next to the wall, it was really like, I wasn't even scared of the cars, which is weird, because I'd think that maybe the car would be a cop, but no, I wasn't afraid of the cars. I was afraid of somebody coming out and fucking yelling at me, and that's almost what fucking happened, because she was looking at me, and I was looking at her, and I stopped painting. I didn't move. I just kept my eye contact on her, just in case, like, just to act like I was just to act like it was a piece of the scenery, because I was in the fucking pitch dark. There was no way, unless she had really good eyesight, because she was pretty far away, there was no way she was going to really make it what I was. So I stood the fuck still, and if I had kept going, I would have gotten caught, because the next thing she yells is, "Hey, who the fuck is over there?" And I'm like, I literally, because she yelled it, you could hear it clear as day, but because my senses are completely heightened at this point, I watch her flick her cigarette, because I remember, I'm sitting there still staring at her, like, just not even fucking moving. She flicks her cigarette, and I remember her saying, "I guess it was nothing," like talking to herself, because she used to drink a lot, and when she did that, she talked to herself, or maybe she was talking to a friend of hers, I don't know, because she also had like, when she'd have a smoke and she was drinking, her friends would usually come to the doorway with her, and it being summer, that wouldn't surprise me. But like, holy fuck, my heart jumped. I finished my tag, and I stepped back, and I'm like, damn, I almost got caught, and I didn't, and this is the best thing I've ever done. And it was terrible. It was awful. I loved it for that entire time I seen it in the dark. I woke up the next day, I went on my bike, like, but mind you, we Mission Impossible snuck our asses all the way back to the house. All the way back, like, it was bad. Like, I think at one point we wound up prone crawling, because we thought we seen somebody in the kitchen window, because, like, these trails were behind the houses, so we thought we seen somebody in the kitchen window, and we literally just started prone. It was so stupid, like, but we were high and young, so, well, he probably wouldn't have been doing this stupid shit if it weren't for me, so, I was high and dumb, and young, but still dumb, actually. But, no, I wound up going there the next day, and I was like, this is going to be awesome, I'm going to love seeing it, it's going to look like a proper tag. I go there, the first thing I did when I woke up, didn't even eat breakfast. I hopped on my dirt bike, went up the trail. It's not even 3 minutes up the trail, I rode my bike everywhere. And I get there, and I'm like, this is going to be sick, I'm going to love seeing it, and it was half blown away, and I was like, what? It's spray paint, it dries. Now, if you know anything about spray paint, you know how wind works, and I didn't wait for the wind. So I had this squiggly ass tag that was half blown away at the end, like thick right here, and just the opacity is completely gone right here. It was the ugliest thing ever, but it did not deter me. And I mean, I know that's not the wildest story. I definitely have some more that are a lot fucking wilder. But I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to my first graffiti story be the first time I ever did graffiti. So I hope you at least got a little bit of a laugh out of this video. I hope something was enjoyable out of it. And if you wanna hear about because I did some way stupider shit after this that I should have been way more anxious and nervous about. Like, I'll have to get into it another time. But if there was anything about this video that you enjoyed, you should probably stay tuned to the channel, because there will be more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't do graffiti. Don't do graffiti, kids. Do it in the books. Do it for money to piss the cops off more. But don't do graffiti, kids. Don't do graffiti. And don't smoke weed before doing graffiti, because at least then you might have been able to talk yourself out of it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for now. I hope you all have a nice day. Peace.